Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be explaining to you a little bit about daily quests. We're going to be looking at the Crown Store and exactly what you can get for your money, and I'm going to show you why ESO is not pay to win, and I will also go over the subscription options so that you can see whether or not that's something that is kind of worth your money. I am a subscriber, so I can give you my sort of perspective on that, and I will be honest about what I'm saying. Like I say, none of my videos are sponsored, so this is just entirely my own opinion. Now, it is the anniversary event at the moment, which means there's a special event running through the Crown Store. Now, to access your Crown Store, all you have to do is hit the comma key on your keyboard, and it will bring this up, which is the Crown Store menu. Now, if you go to the Events tab, you'll see there Quest Starters. There's this event, and you can see that it's completely free. It's free to subscribers, it's free to ordinary players. Everybody gets access to this quest. If you accept this quest, it gives you the opportunity to make a cake. Now you might think to yourself, well, why the hell do I want to make a cake? I want to play the game, I don't want to be baking cakes. But this cake you really want to get, because this cake, when you eat it, gives you 2 hours worth of boosted XP. So it is really worth doing, especially if you're a new player to the game or you're trying to level your character, because it's basically a free XP boost, and you can, after the 2 hours are up, you can spam it again and again and again and again for the duration of the event. So it is really worth picking up. So take this quest off the store. I already have it, so I'm not going to pick it up now. And then what you need to do is to travel to one of the Alliance capitals. Now I have come to Daggerfall, which is the Alliance capital for the Daggerfall Covenant, which is over here. The Old Meridemillion one is here in Volkelgard, and if you're in the Ebonheart Pact, then you'll want to come to Stonefalls, which is over here, and you want to go to Davon's Watch. The reason for that is the quest giver that we're looking at down here, the chef, he's present in those 3 locations, and you can go to any one. It doesn't have to be your actual Alliance capital, but once you have accepted the quest, you want to then go and speak to him.
It's like this whenever I arrive in a new city. Everyone wants one of my cakes. That's why they call me the Wizard of Whisking, I wonder if anyone here received one of my rare cake vouchers. Those lucky netches are in for a special treat.
I have a cake voucher.
Congratulations! That's an amazing coincidence. Let me assure you, my friend, you're in for a wonderful treat. Not everyone receives one of my vouchers. Puts you right to the head of the line for my most delightful creation, the Jubilee Cake.
Jubilee cake?
You've never had one of my Jubilee cakes? I suppose that makes sense. I don't make them for just anyone, People here in Covenant territory especially enjoy the cake's rich flavor. Comes from the locally sourced flour, of course.
So how do I redeem my voucher?
I'll make a fresh Jubilee cake, but you'll have to gather the ingredients while I continue to fill my orders. I need bananas, flour, and honey. Buy them or find them, doesn't matter to me. Just bring them back here, and you'll be eating cake in no time.
I'll get you the ingredients you need.
Welcome back to Chef Dolalin's famous traveling bakery barge. Were you able to gather the ingredients I need to make you your cake?
Now, I already have those ingredients in my inventory. If you don't, you can just run up the road into town and buy them from a merchant. They're not difficult to get hold of. You can also loot them and place them in things like containers, barrels, crates, that kind of thing. They're really easy to get hold of, and they're pretty cheap, okay, to buy. So once you have the ingredients, you return to him, and then you wait for him to make you your cake. It's pretty cool. They give us a new cake every year. As you can see there to the right, you can see what the cake actually looks like when you get it. They do look magnificent, the cakes. There's loads of different ones that we've had over the years. So once he's prepared it, you speak to him again.
I hope you like the cake. Maybe we'll meet again sometime. My bakery barge travels all around the world, That's how we'll end this war of the alliances, mark my words. Cake has a way of bringing people together.
Can I have my cake now?
Cake? I don't know. This one came out so well, I might just keep it for myself. Just kidding. You earn this special cake. Wait until you taste it. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. So we've now collected that cake, so it is a collectible and it goes into your inventory. Now, in order to be able to use it to get the XP buff, if you press U on your keyboard, it brings up your collections, okay? And what you want to do is click on the tools, and you'll see there's a Jubilee cake. So if you just hit use, it spams the cake into the world, and all you have to do then is eat it. And now if I go into my character menu and scroll down to the bottom, you can see there, anniversary XP buff, 2 hours. Okay, so I've got 100% boost to all experience points. That's from every single thing that you do in the game. So it is definitely worth doing that quest in order to be able to get this cake. And like I say, when the 2 hours are up, you can spam it again and again and again and again. Okay, so you can really sort of make use of that in terms of leveling. Now the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about here is some daily quests that I recommend that everybody does. And to get to those, if we hit P on the keyboard, it brings up the group finder menu. And I'm not going to get into group finder today, but what we are going to be looking at is the endeavors. Now each day there are some daily endeavor quests that you can do. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the ones, the daily quests for today. I've already completed the top one, as you can see there. They change every single day, and they're worth seals of endeavor. Okay, there are daily quests, and there's also a weekly quest that you can complete. You can complete any one of these in order to get the seals of endeavor. The amount of seals varies each week, depends on what the devs have asked us to do. This week it's 230 seals, and you can see there it was just to complete 25 quests, which I've already done. Now you can complete any 3 of these out of the 5. You don't have to do all 5 of them. And again, the number of seals that you get depends on the quests that they ask us to do. And they reset every 20 hours. So what is the point of doing endeavors? What do I want these seals of endeavors for? You know, what's the point in them? Well, once you've collected these seals of endeavors, it enables you to go into the Seals of Endeavors store. So if I click on that, what you can do is you can collect these endeavors, and these are free. Again, you don't have to be a subscriber to access this. This is open to all players. It gives you access to items that would normally be in the Crown store that you would have to pay like real money in order to buy. You can use your Seals of Endeavor to buy things from the store. Okay, so it's a way of getting access to Crown store items that you would normally have to pay real money for, that you can actually just do by playing the game. Okay, that you can get them just by playing the game. So all of these things that you can see here, these are all things like you can get mounts, all sorts of stuff through the Crown store. There's outfits, there's all kinds of things that you can get. Okay, these are just the featured ones. So if I go into here, you can see here you can get you can transform yourself into a Spriggan, for instance. The really fancy Radiant Apex mounts. So we've got things like this one, like I've just shown you that one. You've got the Void Mother. All sorts of different mounts that you can get. Apex rewards. If I just move out of the way a little bit, because it's a little bit difficult there because in all the foliage. Let's just go back to this. Then there's things like yeah, I've shown you the harness. There's you can get things like this, so like decorations and stuff for your house. There's weapon skins that you can get, so things like, you know, I could get this fancy sword if I wanted to. I can get the fancy shield, and there's all sorts of things that you could buy. There's crafting items, all kinds of stuff that you can buy in here. We're using these Seals of Endeavor. As you can see there, I've got over 16,000 of them. You need to get a Radiant Apex mount, which is one of the best mounts in the game in terms of its appearance. You need 16,000 of these endeavors to get one of these mounts. And it sounds like a lot, but actually, if you think about it, the weekly quests are worth over 200 seals themselves. And if you do all the daily quests as well, you're looking at, at least 300-400 seals a week. So you can quite quickly get to that amount in order to be able to get yourself a fancy looking mount without actually having to pay any more money. You're just playing the game. So it is something that is worth knowing about because, like I say, when new players start this game, there's so much information, there's so much content, and not everything is signposted. But I think it's important for new players to know this because it is a way for you to get access to stuff that you would normally have to pay money for, and you can get it basically for free just by playing the game. This is something that the devs introduced recently, so if you stopped playing the game a while ago, this is going to be something that is completely new to you. So it is worth, like I say, hitting the P key, going into your endeavours and seeing what the dailies are, and also completing whatever the weekly quest is. Okay? So that's the daily quest that I recommend that you do. One of them. The other one that I recommend that you do is all the crafting daily writs. But I'll be covering that in a separate video because I'll do that when I cover how to do all the crafting and stuff. So the other thing that I want to cover today is if we go back into the crown store. So this is the crown store, okay? So this is stuff that if you want to, you can buy crowns, which is basically the currency that the store uses. And to get crowns, you obviously have to pay like real money in order to get them. Now, one of the ways that you can get access to crowns is by becoming a subscriber. Now, ESO Plus is completely optional. You do not need it to play the game, okay? You do not need it to play the game. You can get access to almost all of the content that is in the game currently without paying any more money. And I want to stress that right now. So why would you then be a subscriber? I'm a subscriber, so I'm going to tell you now. There's one very big reason why I'm a subscriber, because one of the perks that you get with it. So I'm just going to take you through that. The first thing that you get if you decide to subscribe is you get DLC access. So all of the major dungeons and everything that are released throughout the year, you get automatic access to if you are a subscriber. If you don't subscribe, you have to buy those dungeons separately, okay? And you can buy them through the crown store. If you're a subscriber, they automatically unlock and you get full access to them. When you subscribe, it also gives you an allocation of crowns to use, to spend in the store on whatever it is that you want to do. Now, there's different plans that you can go through it for in terms of subscription. You can either pay for it monthly, 3 monthly, 6 monthly, or yearly, which is what I do. If you pay for it yearly, it actually works out cheaper each month. I think it works out something like £6 a month, I think, something like that. And it gives you all the crowns that you would have accrued over those months in one lump sum. So I think it works out something like 37,000 crowns I get every time I subscribe for the year. As you can see there, I'm down to 22,000, so I have spent some of mine. But that's kind of handy if you want to spend stuff buy stuff in the store. Then it comes as part of your subscription. They also give us exclusive offers to things in the store. So if I just go back to the crown store a second, special offers, where are they? I can't remember where they put them. There's like special discounted offers sometimes on certain things. Houses, trying to remember. There you go, there's an example. So you can see some of the things get like a discount. So there's 200 crowns, for instance, off this outfit. If you wanted to get that on the crown store, if you're a subscriber, you get that. This is also a huge thing for me, the craft bag. It's a bottomless pit to store all of your crafting materials. So they don't go into your bank and take up space. It's a bottomless pit. And now I've been playing this game for 9 years, and I have got, and I'm not joking, thousands and thousands of materials. Okay, I think I looked the other day and I think I've got something like 37,000 pieces of iron in my bank, just because I played this for so long. Now there is no way that I could store the amount of materials that I now have in my bank. There's just not enough space for it. So this on its own to me is worth the subscription fee. This is also fantastic. It doubles your bank storage. Okay, so I can have over 400 slots in my bank, whereas if you're not a subscriber, you're capped at 200. So having extra storage space in your bank is also valuable. You also get this, which is a slight increase to your experience, your crafting inspiration, trait research, and gold acquisition. So you get 10%, basically a bit of a boost in everything that you do in the game. It's not really to pay to win. 10% is not that huge a deal. And there are ways that you can get, experience scrolls and stuff like that from daily logins, which I'll come to in a minute. The login rewards that you can kind of get a boost beyond that anyway if you're not a subscriber. Okay, so this is not pay to win in terms of I have to have that or I'm not going to get anywhere. This one for me is the main reason. It's double furnishings. So when you buy a house in game, it doubles the amount of furnishings that you can place in that house. So a huge noble house, which is one of the bigger houses you can get in the game, normally if you're not a subscriber, there's 350 items that you can place in a house. If you have ESO Plus, that's 700, which makes a huge difference to someone like me who loves doing housing and furnishing. So that for me is brilliant. It also allows you to have double the transmuting crystals, which is something that you need to upgrade some of your gear when you get to end game. And this one's also called costume dyeing. So my character at the moment is wearing a costume, and because I'm a subscriber, if I wanted to, I could go to a dye station and I could change all the colours of this particular outfit. That applies to costumes, okay? If you're not a subscriber, you would not be able to change the colour of a costume. You can change the colour of armour in game. That's available for everyone. It does cost you a little bit of gold, but you can change the colour. You cannot, though, if you're not a subscriber, change the colour of things like costumes and stuff that you've bought in the game or you've had as an achievement reward. So that's basically what you get if you decide to be a subscriber. But overall, I subscribe because I love the game and I'm quite happy to give a little bit of money each month to the devs, because they make a game that I love and enjoy playing, and it helps them to keep on doing that. So I'm quite happy to support them in that way, and that's why I do it. But like I say, it's not pay to win in any way. It's nothing here is game breaking in any way, shape or form. Now, one of the really cool things that you get are daily logins, daily login rewards. I'm trying to remember where they are. There they are. So again, you don't need to be a subscriber to get these. Every time you log in, you get a reward just for logging in. So as you can see, tomorrow's reward is to get 100 crown lethal potions. Then there's an experience scroll, so you can see there 150% experience bonus for an hour, which again far exceeds the 10% extra that you get as your subscriber. So like I say, there are rewards that they give you that exceed what the subscribers the subscriber bonus is. And you can see there's loads and loads and loads of different login rewards. They change every month, so and they show you clearly what it is that you're going to get. So this this month we're going to get a new tattoo. It looks like, 2 tattoos. It's like there's usually two bigger items. So this time it's appearance changes. Sometimes they just straight out give us 100,000 gold. Other times they can give you like furnishings. There's all kinds of things that they give you. Okay. If you miss a few days, so you don't pick up the items, then you can see here these are locked, because these are days that I didn't log in. Or I might have logged in, but I forgot to pick up my reward. That's something that I do quite often. So I obviously haven't claimed these because I missed those particular days. So if you do log in, please remember to pick up your daily reward, because it is free, so you might as well just pick it up, and you can use then all of this stuff, and it's completely free. There's materials and all sorts of stuff in here as well for free, so it's worth doing. So if we go back to the Crown Store, and like I said before, this is not pay to win, and the reason for that is because everything here is pretty much, it's all cosmetic gear. Okay, so first of all, if we have a look here, there's crown crates, which these are we all know these are like loot boxes. Okay, so you can buy 15 of them, you can buy 5 of them for different rates. So you can be there's 4 of them there for 1,500 crowns. So you get them, you open them, and then they give you a random selection of stuff. So if you want to take potluck and get some of those, you can. But before you buy them, they actually do show you the kinds of things that you could get. And again, these things here are all the same things that I showed you a minute ago from the Seals of Endeavour store. It's the same stuff. So the Seals of Endeavour, like I said before, they give you access to Crown Store items by playing the game. Okay, so you don't have to buy crown crates in order to be able to get access to these things. There's also what they call upgrades. So there's things like you can buy an extra armory slot if you want one. You can buy assistants that can help you with different things. One of the things I do recommend people buy at some point is the merchant and the banker. It just means that you can call the merchant to you, for instance, wherever you are. So if you've got full bags and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're nowhere near a town, you're nowhere near a merchant, you can literally summon your merchant to you where you are, sell everything that you don't want, empty your bags, and then carry on. The same with the banker. So you can summon the banker to you, store any stuff that you want to keep, and then you can just carry on. And it means that you don't have to keep coming back to town all the time. So I recommend those two at some point if you want to. I would wait though, because 5,000 crowns is quite a lot. At certain points in the year, they do a sale, and that comes down to about 3,500 crowns. So I would wait until they're on sale to get them, because otherwise, it does work out a lot more expensive. You can buy things like extra character slots, but honestly, you don't really need them. I mean, I've got 12 character slots on my account, and I think that's plenty. But obviously, if you do want them, they are there. If you haven't bought some of the expansions that you need for these classes, you can just buy them with crowns. Okay, that's an option if you wanted to. There's collector's upgrade editions. So if you didn't buy the collector's upgrade for a particular expansion and you wish that you had, you can log in here and pay for. You can basically buy the expansion upgrade. Deluxe items that you never got, you can get them in the game using crowns. There are these you can get these give you a slight increase to things like inventory space, but it's only 5 slots. Not really worth it in my opinion. But again, it depends on what you want. Outfit slots, so you can have outfit slots. So you can change, you can set different appearances for your character, and you can just change them at the click of a button. So if you want more options for that, you can buy more outfit slots to do that. This riding lessons, so this is a way for you to level up your horse a little bit quicker by buying either increasing its stamina, its riding capacity, or its riding speed. But these are, like I say, 1,000 crowns each, which is quite expensive. I mean, you can level up your horse just by logging in every day, okay? Which is what I did. And you can just use in-game gold to do that. So you don't need to buy those in order to do that. And then these other things. So for instance, if you don't like the appearance of your character and you wanted to change it, you can pay crowns to do things like that, or change the name of your character, that kind of thing. So that's available here as well. If you really want to, this was introduced recently, you can buy entire skill lines. So for instance, if you think, okay, I really want to be a thief, but I don't really want to have to go through the entire Thieves Guild quest line, you can buy it. But in order to be able to buy it, you have to have completed it or unlocked it on another character first. You have to have the achievement for the Thieves Guild to be able to buy them on another character. As you can see, the prices vary to different things. So yeah, there's all sorts of things there that you can buy. If you want to be a vampire, you can pay for that as well. Although I wouldn't bother doing that, because if you go into chat and say, and ask somebody to bite you, can a vampire please bite me, then they usually will do it, or they'll just ask you for like a little bit of gold in return. But most players will just, if they're a vampire, will bite you for free, and you can become a vampire that way. The same thing with werewolf. We kind of players kind of help each other out in that respect. So I wouldn't I wouldn't buy those if I were you. I would go into chat first and see if you can get a vampire or a werewolf to actually help you out in game, because it's a free way of doing it. Okay. And also sky shards. If you can't be bothered to run around a zone and you want to pick up some sky shards, you can buy those on the Crown Store. But again, you have to have collected all of the sky shards in that zone on at least one character first in order to be able to buy them on the Crown Store. So it's not a straight unlock. Like, you can't just, having never played the game before, you couldn't just go in here and theoretically just buy all of them. As you can see there, I haven't collected all the ones in Blackwood yet, so I can't get that one. Okay. But I would say it's better just to, you can easily get them by running around a zone. It doesn't take that long to pick up a couple of sky shards, But the option is there if you want it. Then there's things like houses. So housing is a huge thing in this game, especially for me. You can see I've bought all of these houses. That's why they all grayed out. I've also bought quite a lot of the classics. My goal one day is to own every single house in the game. That's what I really want to do. I'm getting there. There's a few that I still need to buy, as you can see. This one's really cool, this lighthouse that they just added. I had a look at that one yesterday. That's really nice, that house. But yeah, there's some of these again that I really want to, at some point I will be buying those to do. Then there's furnishing sets, so you can buy some of these. But again, this is all sort of more cosmetic stuff, nothing game breaking, as you can see. There's different like bedroom sets, kitchen sets, all sorts of stuff. But honestly, you can buy stuff that is more interesting, furnishings and stuff through the guild trading in the game. To me, I don't think it's worth the crowns in the crown store, to be honest. You can get better stuff by using in-game gold and buying it through players in the game, which is what I do. And you can also craft your own furniture as well in-game, using materials in-game with gold. So again, you don't need to spend money really on doing any of that. Style parlor, so if you do want a few extra different like hairstyles and stuff, then you can come in here and get those. But again, all this is cosmetic, emotes, cosmetic, hairstyles, markings, so new tattoos and stuff you can buy if you want to. Personalities, as you can see there, I've got all of these. A lot of these you can get through like the thief personality is an unlock that you get for doing the Thieves Guild questline. So again, you can get that one free in game, you don't have to pay anything. As you can see, I do have all these. Sometimes you get them like in reward boxes and stuff like that. You sometimes get personality unlocks as well, but they are cool to have. A wardrobe, so again you can have like different costumes. I am toying with the idea of getting this one. I quite like that. I haven't bought it yet, but I might. I'm toying with the idea of it. But yeah, there's different costumes and stuff that you can get. Hats, masks, all kinds of things like this. So I don't want to buy it, but I want to look at it. So you can see there that you can, if you want to, buy stuff like that. There's dies. So if you do want a die set specifically, you can buy them on the store. But again, I wouldn't bother. I would just use the die station in game. And then of course you can buy mounts. Lots of different mounts. Unicorn, if you're into those kinds of things. As you can see, some of these I already own. They're all greyed out. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of these already. Again, that's another discount deal there. You get 500 crowns off it if you're a subscriber. They've just introduced these as well, which is multi-riders. So you can actually ride there. You can see you can have a friend on the back of your mount with you. So if you've got a friend who has got a horse that isn't at the same level as you, so you're kind of running at different speeds, it can get a little bit annoying. So if you have a multi-rider, it means that you can ride together at the same speed and literally travel together, which is cool. They introduced these recently. We've been asking for this for a very long time, so that's kind of cool. I don't own one of those yet, but I probably will get one at some point. And then finally you get to pets. Again, all cosmetic. Different types of pets that you can own. This is a cool new one, Cadwell. Little Cadwell cat, which is cute. There's all sorts of different ones, exotic ones, all kinds of pets to suit all kinds of tastes. I love the cats. That one's cool. So yeah, that's basically what the crown store is. So there's nothing in there that is pay to win at all. So if you're worried that is what the game is, it's all pay to win, there's no point, I'm not going to get anywhere, that isn't the case in ESO at all. In fact, the opposite is true. It's all mostly appearance items. So that basically is the Seals of Endeavour. That's the crown store and the daily logins. So I'm hoping that would be informative to people who are new to the game, or if you're returning to the game after a while, because there'll be information in there that will be new to you if you stopped playing a little while ago, because obviously the game changes and updates regularly. Anyway, I hope that was interesting, and I'll be posting other videos about how to do the crafting and the crafting daily writs and why they're important, especially in terms of making gold. That will probably be in the next video that I make. So if you're interested in that, then please subscribe, and you can come back and watch that one later. But thank you for watching.